Okay.
And we're back on the show.
Hi, everybody.
It's me, Hugh, and this is
Ivy Reese.
exactly.
We're happy to be here on Care Vision, and it's a beautiful Tuesday.
It really is.
Weather is great, and today we've got Paula Bobb in the studio. She
There she
is, yeah, and she
Hi,
is it's so great to have you here. And she's originally born in Jamaica. We're here in Toronto, Canada, and she's a minister, an actress, and most recently, she's just become an author. And she is a missionary.
And
So
you know what that's like, Ivy.
What?
You know
Oh.
what it's like to be an author.
yes, it's
That's why this is going to be a great interview. Two authors talking to each other.
well, it's anyone working in anyone who's an artist knows that it's truly is a labor of love. And
Oh,
you've been very
yes.
passionate about the arts and culture and traveling for the majority of your life, I think. Right?
Yes, I would think so. It's indeed a labor of love because you're putting everything into that thing and not knowing what's going to happen. So it is indeed a labor of love.
So let me tell our viewers a little bit about you. I mean, you are a minister.
Yes.
You're at TAB Ministries in Toronto,
Yes.
and your website is iamkingsdaughter.com.
Mhm.
And you were recently awarded an award for 7 years of community for 7+ years of community work.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, because then you did a mission trip in a number of mission trips.
Yes.
But your most latest one was in February during the pandemic to Jamaica.
yes.
And
yes.
these,
Yeah, so in 2020, someone graciously reached out to me and submitted me for the Woman of Influence Award.
yes,
And I received that and I gave God thanks and praise for that. It was initiated by him and for him. So I'm really humbled at that. And yes, I did do missions in a pandemic because I had no choice. I'm saying that because my motivation is the going. I believe that I am definitely called to go, and it's in the going that you get the blessing. The blessing is in the going. So I went, and we were fortunate enough to bless over 300 children. God favored us. We were all safe. uh, Grace Kennedy and Malta, they came on board and they sponsored the event for us.
Mhm.
So truly, it was a blessing. It was a blessing.
And you've been to many countries, China and Jamaica. What other
Um,
countries have you done mission work to?
I've done Thailand
Mhm.
with World Mission Alliance, and also I went to China twice. I've been to a couple other countries. I'm not at liberty to really mention the names, but yes, I was fortunate enough to be a part of several intricate mission trips. Yes.
Now, the cool thing about your book is, you're not revealing the title.
No, I'm not.
And you have a strong Facebook following, so you've got a little bit of a clue. You're going to be dropping some clues, and your Facebook
Yes.
friends will know
Yes.
probably what
Yes.
the title is.
Yes.
And I know what the title is, but I'm not at liberty to say. And that's going to be launching in spring 2021. And you've told me that your ambition in life is to help people with your gifts and talents, inspire and empower anybody, and overcome hurdles. Now, what I really like about your mantra, though, is that you say when we invest in ourselves, it really helps people see that, and that's the first step to helping others. So your
Yes.
memoir really encapsulates this. Is that right?
I would think so. I would think so because, as I said before, the last time I was here, when you invest in yourself, it attracts other people to invest in you because they see that you are putting in the work. And in this memoir, there was a time that I had to put in the work to be a better person. So I'm really, really big on investing in yourself. You can't just sit and wait for stuff to happen. There's this random saying that God helps those who help themselves. It's it's not it's not biblical, but I can
Interesting.
tell you it's not biblical, but I can tell you that you must take the first step. Do something. Get up, rise up. Like, this generation they're prone for handout. I don't know where that came from, but no, do something,
It-
be something, rise up.
Is that in Jamaica as well? The generation in Jamaica, are they used to the handouts as well? Is it similar to what's happening in Canada?
I would not say Jamaica specifically, but this generation, period,
Just
the
in
younger
general.
generation, they're not, and it's just the whole vibe of how the world is moving. Everything is falling into people's lap, like. Well, we see now with technology, everything is online. So you don't put in the hard work. So everybody's expecting that something is gonna come, God is gonna come, things is gonna fall out of the sky and drop in your lap. No, no, do something, be something, rise up, take control.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're going to show the viewers a few pictures from your recent trip to Jamaica. And I just want to,
These
and
are
then,
the same pictures we already
yes. And people will find more of them. Yeah. Last
just
time.
so I don't get surprised.
And that they can find more online. There's always surprises.
Yes.
And now, what makes your map? A lot of people write books, and it's become. I'm happy to see, as an author and publisher myself, the book industry burgeoning, growing. What would you say? What makes your memoir unique?
Mhm. I think what the main thing that makes my memoir unique is that most stories is almost like from like a rags to riches story, or me being a Christian, from for the most part, Christian or inspirational stories are, I was bad and I became good. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that save a wretch like me. Well, I think what makes my story unique is that I found God, but I was still bad. And I was bad
Oh.
for a very, very long time. So
Yeah.
I think that makes
You
it.
always had God, but you were still bad.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was still bad. So I think that makes it unique, and I think it will appeal to people because people that are inside the church that are struggling, they will see that. Listen, like, and not only that, to other people like who don't know God and think that Christians are perfect people, they'll get to see, the things that makes us spectacularly human. Yeah.
And now you've told me that your book is written from the point of view, and so this kind of ties into it being written from the point of view of inside the church.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really interesting and unique, because a lot of these stories, as you say, are about finding God.
Yes.
However, yours is kind of more like, it sounds to me, being in touch with yourself, or that inner conflict
Yes.
where you do have God, but yet you're
Mhm.
still acting badly,
Mhm.
if you
Mhm.
will. And so
Mhm.
that's the point of view of your narrative, right?
Yes, because it begins at finding God,
Mm-hmm.
and then it begins at getting to know God, and then allowing God to do whatever he's supposed to do with you and in you and through you. That's the whole process. So you don't just find God and become good, because we're still human beings, right? We have tendencies, we have traits, we have desires, we have limiting beliefs. There's a whole lot of stuff that's happening. So we need to give God that time to process and to make us into the instrument that he originally intended for us to be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I totally, that's really well said. I really agree. And now it's coming out with Essence Publishing, which is great.
Yes.
They have a strong focus on spiritual books for
Yes.
anyone who wants to know.
Yes.
In Belleville, Ontario. And
Yes.
it's going to be, you're going to have, it's going to be launching really soon.
Yes.
And
I'm excited.
I know this is going to be great. And it is actually, now this book is one of, you've got another one that's already set to come off the press, another two.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I submitted two, actually. So it's going to be one behind the other, because I don't think we have much time
Mhm.
to get our stuff done, right? So
Would you
yeah.
say it's a series of, or because this is a memoir, and
Yes.
it cuts off at a certain point in your life? Like, does it bring us up to present day, or?
yes, it cuts off at a certain point, but then the other one that's coming behind it, it's more of a journal that supports this one.
That's quite nice.
And I'm actually starting. Well, I have actually started the sequel to this one. So I'm hoping that by the end of the year I would have written at least 5 books. I've already started.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's by the end of 2021.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Yes.
And well, now we've been having pictures on the screen for the viewers to see, and just let everyone know that was when you were in Kingston, Jamaica, on your latest mission. trip,
Yes.
if anyone
Mission
was tuning
Pandemic.
in. And so this was Grace Kelly here. Oh,
Kennedy.
these are some of the packages.
Grace Kelly?
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And the people in the TAB shirt,
Yes.
those that's the team that we mobilized in Jamaica
So the
to help
TAB
us.
Ministries.
Yes. Yes. So thank you, team. Yes.
That's great. Maybe
Yes.
you're watching right now.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Now, so with your book, you've done the cover artwork, but
Yes.
it's the cover and the title are under wraps.
It's a mystery. People will just have to buy the book.
No. Because tell us a little bit what you're gonna do. Because the cover of the book you said, or the title is something that
Yeah.
people
Okay.
who know you can. Will be able to
Yes.
guess.
So I wanted to play a little game with my friends, my family, my fans, because one of the reasons why I'm not exposing the cover and the title, well, not so much the cover but the title, is because I want them to guess the title. Honestly, it's not even a secret. It's been there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this game where if the person who can guess the title will get a free book. I just want to play that game, but I'm pretty. It trust me, it's been there.
Well,
So maybe we should do this as a contest right now. People watching this can send you a message on your website,
we
guess
can
the
start
title,
right
and if they get
away.
it right, free
Yes,
book.
free book.
Because
Why not?
You've
Why
been
not?
telling me that you've been saying this, or you've told me that you've been saying this
Forever.
This let's call it a phrase.
Yes.
This phrase forever on almost all your Facebook
Exactly.
and Instagram posts.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
you're giving clues now.
So people can friend you on Facebook.
Yes.
I'm gonna have that up at the bottom of the screen too. But it is
Yes.
Paula Allen Bobb, and that's
Yes.
ALLENBOBB.
Yes.
So on Facebook, and your Instagram is
She is a joyful one. And also
Amazing.
they can also find me at I Am King's Daughter as well on Instagram.
And she is the joyful one, and the
Yes.
one is the numerical
Yes. Yes,
one.
it
And,
is.
so we're gonna put that up on the screen, and again, you can get Paula's book. And it's so exciting because the launch is just a couple months away.
Yes,
Now-
definitely.
There are causes that are really close to your heart. Homelessness, poverty. And your main thing were telling me you want to get this book into the hands of, and like into the prisons to help those who've been incarcerated.
Yes.
You've been working with inner city kids in Jamaica. Which organizations do you want to reach out to, and how do you think the book will help them?
Yes, the schools as well, and young women. I think the book will help them because one of the main reasons why, I believe that at the end of the day, whatever we do, we all do it to gain some form of happiness, right? We're all trying to be happy, whatever we do. And I think that the thing that blocks happiness is the limiting beliefs. So if I can get the book into the hands of someone who is in bondage or trapped because of limiting beliefs, then I think that I would be doing that person a good service. And the shelter, the schools is a good place to start, where you can catch the kids at an early age. The prisons, they're in there because of a specific reason, so if I can tap into those organizations where people think that it's the end, they're not happy, then I'm in for it. Yeah.
Well, you've said that your book, your memoir, really gets into the nitty gritty, especially with young women. Is that
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. My early years, starting from, I would say, all age school, it was rocky. I been through a lot. I seen a lot. I did a lot, and it was all based upon the influences around me and my way of thinking. So if we can start there at the mind, and try to retrain people to think a certain way, then I think my work is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the book is out, do you think that you would like to do talks at a prison in Jamaica?
Oh, most definitely.
Amazing.
Most definitely.
And you would
yes.
be giving the book away, as I understand.
Oh yeah.
it
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
this is a labor of love.
It is
not
a labor
you're
of
not in
love.
it for making any profit.
No.
You've just done this book because you
Yes.
feel it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. So the kind of book that it is, and of course I don't even know what it's called. But I mean, who would benefit the most from reading the book?
Okay.
And what would they get out of it?
Okay, I would say the book is inspirational. So I would definitely put it under the inspirational category. However, it reads like a novel.
That's nice.
It's read like
chronological.
Right.
narrative.
So it's anybody can actually read my book. One of the person that did someone did a whatchamacallit, someone who read it, that was one of the comments that they made, and they are not they're not I wouldn't say that they're a Christian, but anyone, it's fun. It's fun. It's written in such a way that once you pick it up, you want to see it's an adventure, put it this way.
Yeah. Well, and would you say that people should contact you at your email as well?
Yes.
So that's bobpaula@hotmail.com.
Yes. Or paulabobb@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
And it's just BOBB with the last name.
Yes.
Now, are we doing a reading today?
Yeah. Did you want to
Are
read?
we?
Yeah. If she's got.
See, because I always like to get. I know it's not out. I don't know. I don't know if we're surprising here, Paula. You don't have to do it. I always like to ask the authors that come by if they want to. But I know it's a secret. So
A reading.
Just a
No
couple. Do you have
pressure.
a passage of 1 to 2 minutes you'd like to read, a paragraph?
I think I'll save it for
Okay.
later.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'll save it for later.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
So you've got these causes close to your heart, and you said something last time you were in the studio that really struck me in regards to mission work and everything, is you're trying to get to people before they fall through the cracks.
Mhm.
And that kind of, and especially there's a big divide between the rich and the poor in Jamaica,
Yes.
and I think that is true for most everywhere in the world.
and
The
getting
gap-
truer all the time, unfortunately.
yeah,
Mhm.
the gap is getting larger, and so this really is you've done the mission work there most recently, but you would like it to grow. And I mean, if you look at
Yes.
the concept of the gap getting larger between rich and poor,
Mhm.
and poverty and all of these problems are really world issues.
Yes.
Or for it doesn't matter what country a person's
Yes.
from or the color of their skin, it affects everyone. And that's why I think this is so amazing, because even with something like an inspirational book, anybody can be touched by it.
Yes. Yes.
And then you would eventually like to bring that work more to other countries.
Oh yeah. The vision I have also for the book is for it to be translated in different languages. Hopefully, the countries that I've already visited, and seen. Thailand. I went to Thailand, and women, young women, 9 years old, they were prostituting themselves. I mean,
wow.
yeah, there were some that actually their dream. There's a particular street that I visited in Thailand. I don't remember the name of it, but they were young girls that when you asked them, what do you want to be? Like, what's your aspiration? And their aspiration was to finally reach the age of 9 where they can go to that street and prostitute themselves and sell tricks. So if I can get the book translated in, languages for people in countries like those, for young women, I have no problem in saying here, in putting that, gem in their hands,
That
Yeah.
is definitely striking. That is
Oh,
so important,
Oh, yeah.
because again, these young girls, they're being conditioned from the time
Yes,
that they're
yes,
born. And I
yes.
mean, if you can
Yes.
even open up a school
Yes.
or something.
Yes. The orphanages as
orphanage.
well. The orphanages as well. I was privileged to visit many orphanages, and it's not easy in China. I think at 13 years old, they have to leave the orphanages, and I mean, you've lived in the orphanage from since you were whatever age, and at 13, like, where do you go? Like, what hope do you have? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm.
Is
That's
there
where my
a-
focus is. That's where I'm headed. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't want people to buy my book, or, that, I welcome a financial gain, but I believe that as you give,
It comes
it,
back.
it comes back. Yeah, it
And
comes back.
now, are these experiences being in China, Thailand, Jamaica? The Jamaica was very recent. So, but these mission trip experiences and what you just talked about, is that, can people find that in your upcoming memoir in more detail in the story?
Yes, they can find a lot of that in the book coming up. Yes.
So now you just got your life coach certification also this year,
Yes.
and you say that the first step is you.
Yes.
And when we invest in ourselves, it shows in other people begin to invest in themselves. So
Yes.
that's one of the core belief systems of your inspiration for helping people with their life, right?
Yes. I actually chose the niche of happiness.
Mm.
So I chose that niche to be a happiness life coach because, as I said before, whatever we're doing in life, we're doing it because we want to be happy. So if I can point out a couple steps, which I think the first one being is limiting beliefs. If I can point out a couple steps to get people towards that path of happiness, I am in for it.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we've just got a minute or two left.
Yeah,
And-
couple minutes.
And any closing thoughts you want to leave us with before we move on? I want to tell people to visit your website.
Yeah.
It's iamkingsdaughter.com on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Right down there. And find Paula on Facebook, Paula Allen Bobb, and you can order the book, find out how she could be your life coach, and
Thank you.
reach out to her, talk to her, especially if you're an organization that has these same goals
Yes.
in mind.
Yeah, my final words would be do something with your life. We don't own time, and we're living on, I think that we're living on borrowed time. Get up, rise up, stop waiting for something to happen. And another thing, we spend a lot of time looking at other people's lives on Facebook and looking at who is influencing who. That's wasting time. Wherever you are, with whatever you have, do something, be something, change your mind, change your life.
Absolutely.
When you say we're running out of time, do you mean are we in the because of everything that's going
Yes.
on? We don't have a lot of time
I
left on
don't
this?
think so.
Perfect.
Yes, I'm not the bearer of bad news, but it's evident. I mean, we can't stay asleep any longer.
No.
We have to wake up in our minds and see that, listen, anything can happen. It can go sour any minute. What would you have contributed to the world? Yeah. So just get busy.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Just
And so
invest in yourself, because that invests in others.
Yes.
How much easier could it be?
and when will
Yes.
the book be ready?
The book will definitely be ready by spring. I don't
So-
want to give a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Spring
so people
2021.
are watching this right now. Maybe they're watching it on YouTube after.
Yes.
So the book might already be out if you're watching this.
Yeah.
In which case, what's the best way? Either now,
Mhm.
they can maybe pre-order the books, or is it what's
My
the best way for
website. I would say my website. Go to iamkingsdaughter.com.
Okay.
Leave me a note there. Leave me a message there. And if you want to go ahead and guess the title, as I promise you, the first person that guess the title will get a free book. And who knows, maybe I'll probably give away 2 more.
That's great.
Right, and I gave out some clues earlier in
Yeah.
the interview, so you can watch the interview and
Yes.
look for those clues and get the free book. But it
Yes.
doesn't, even if you have to buy the book, it's good because that money
It's going to
go.
it's going to
Exactly.
yes. I forgot to mention a percentage of my book. Every book that's sold,
Mhm.
a percentage will definitely go to missions.
Amazing.
Yes. So
And
yeah.
you'll have more details on that on your website.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
it's 300 pages.
300
It's a good
pages.
read.
Any
But
pictures?
anybody
Yes.
can read it.
soon, you.
Okay. All right, great.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Paula.
Yes,
For
you're
everybody.
welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yes, it was fun.
Yes, and for anyone tuning in, that again was Paula Bobb, and If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share or subscribe. Get the word out, and please reach out to Paula.
Get the book.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
We're going to take a break, come back. We got the panel coming up right after this on the 600 Club. So, anyways,
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back in a few. This is Ivy Reese and
Exactly.
Hugh Riley.
That's right.